All right, so welcome to glute class day 1 of 4. We are going to learn how to ignite those glutes because we are sitting a lot more than what we used to. Our glutes are shutting off. So doing our bigger movements like our squats, our deadlifts, our lunges, even when we're just walking around and going about our daily activities, the glutes are not firing. In fact, a lot of my women and my men, when they're doing their exercises, tell me, Denise, my glutes are not feeling it. I feel it more in my quads and more in my low back. Today, we're going to change that. We're going to go over 4 exercises that I want you to do every single day of this 4-day series, and we're going to layer on more exercises each day. So by the time you get to day 4, you're going to have a great glute routine to help you ignite those glutes and fire those glutes. By the end of the series, your brain is going to hopefully make that connection to fire up the glutes in all of those big movements that I mentioned, like the deadlift, squat, walking, lunges, and all of your daily activities. For now, go and grab me your mat. If you have a small looped band, I want you to get me that small looped band and just keep it to the side. Okay, so go ahead and set up. And the way I like to set up my mat for the first exercise is I like to kind of roll it up to give it a lot more cushion. So we're going to cushion up that mat because we're going to be on our knees for the most part. Okay. We're going to start in a lunge. Okay. So one foot comes on and it's at a 90 degree. You're going to release that back toe and we're going to practice what's called a pelvic tilt. This is going to get that ab engaged or the glute engaged. So right now abs are tight and then we're going to tilt forward just like that. You can see the band on my shorts is now straight, if not tilted up this way. The tailbone is up and pointing up to the ceiling, okay? And release. Good. Now up. Good. And release. And up. Squeeze the glute and release. Good. And tilt. Now, when you're tilting, you're going to feel the opposite side, which is your hip flexor, get nice and stretched out. So you're stretching that out. Now release. Good. And tilt. Squeezing the glute and release. Good. We're doing a set of 10 on this leg. Good. And release. And tilt. Abs tight and release. Good. And tilt. Glutes are tight. Tighten up that glute. Really squeeze and release. Let's go 3 more. Tilt. Good. And release. 2 more. Tilt. Squeeze that glute and release. Last one and tilt and release. Good. Now all we're going to do is switch sides. Okay. So now the back leg, other leg in back, release the toe. The front leg is at a 90. Abs tight and tilt. Hold it and release. Good. And tilt. Hold it and release. Good. Tilt. Hold and release it. Good. And tilt. Squeezing that glute. Squeeze it. Abs tight and release. So tight here and tight here. You're going to feel the pelvic tilt this way and release. Good. And again, tilt. Good. And release. Again, tilt. Release. One more. Good. And release. And one more for bonus, just for good measure. And release. Good. So that glute should be tired out. All right. Now, last one we're going to do is we're on both knees. Knees are going to be about shoulder width or hip width apart. Okay. And we're going to be squeezing both glutes in. Okay. So hands are out, shoulders are back, nice and tight, abs tight, and squeeze. So we're squeezing the glutes in towards each other and then up to the ceiling. So it's squeeze and up. Okay. So you're really squeezing and contracting the glutes. Abs tight and for 10. Good. Release. Again. 9. Release. 8. Release. 7. Good. Keep going. 6. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Squeeze and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. Good. Now we're just gonna come down. So I'm gonna scoot just up on my mat just by a little bit. We're gonna come down here and then squeeze for 10. Squeeze. 9. 8. Good. 7. 6. 5. Squeeze it. Good. 4. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stomach tight. 3 more. 3. Good work. 2 more, 2 more. Down and squeeze. 2. Nice. Last one here. And squeeze the glutes. Squeeze them together and in. And hold it, hold it, hold it. And relax. Good job. All right. Now we're going to do those lunges again, incorporating that pelvic tilt. Okay. So we're tilting it in a lunge. Okay. Now with that back foot, we're going to get that toe active. So that toe stays on the floor. We're going to pelvic tilt. Good. Now, using the back leg and coming up off that toe, you're going to feel that glute squeeze. Okay. Let me actually switch feet here. Just like that. Good. Now, tilt. Come off the toe. Squeeze the glute here. Hold it. Squeeze the glute harder. Now, using that front foot, come down controlled. Good. Still holding this tilt. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the front, but that's because they're tight from sitting all day. Okay. Tight glute. Squeeze it up, down slow, 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 slow. Glute tight, glute tight. Use that glute, rocket ship up with that glute. Hold it, tight, tight, down slow. Good. 2 more. Up. Hold it, down slow. Good. Relax and tilt. Tilt hard and up. Use the glute, use the glute. Good. Down slow. Nice. Relax. Now we switch sides. All right, active toe, active heel, tilt, tight, and up. Tight, 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 only halfway up, just by a little bit, and then inch it down. Slowly come down, controlled, super controlled. Ready, tight, down slow. Good, we got 3 more. Tight, so it's tilt, everything tight. Squeeze the glute. Use that toe to push off. That's gonna help the glute fire. Ready? Glute tight, tight, tight. Down slow. Good. And this front leg is what helps you come down. We got 2 more. Up. Down slow. Good. Now tilt. Up. Down slow. Good job. Take it down. And relax. Nice. Now this is when you're going to flatten out that mat for me. Okay. And then we're going to get on our back. We got 2 more exercises that we're going to go over. If you have a band, you can grab your band, and with your band, you're going to place it right above your knees. So you're going to be here. Band is right on your knees. Give yourself a hug really fast, and I want you to feel that low back on your mat. Feel it, rock it side to side. Now, that low back should be on that mat the entire exercise, okay? Push it down by engaging the core. That's how you engage those abs. Hands are out. Okay. Now, pelvic tilt. Down, press. I want you to make that tailbone shoot up and point to the ceiling. Yeah. So you're not here, you're here. Okay. Nice and tight. You're doing a mini crunch. Tailbone is up off the floor, and we're going to lift. Good. Now come down halfway and lift. Good. Halfway down, lift. Now hold that, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Now down, good. Now you understand we're gonna be doing 10 of these, okay? Just 1 set of 10, all right? Low back down, everything tight. Now, if this translates into your hamstrings, that's because you're pushing those feet and driving them so hard into the floor. Think about driving the feet out this way, out that way, okay, when you push. That is going to create what's called the response will be going into the glute, okay? Ready? So you're gonna feel that into the glute when you focus on pushing out. Okay, pull those feet close to the glutes to start, okay? Now, tilt, and then come up. Good. Now, not only are you focusing on driving the feet that way, you're also pulling the knees out against the band. Down halfway, good. Tilt the hips and up, good, and down, that's 2. Nice. 3, squeeze and hold, 4, squeeze and hold, 5, good job. 6, 7, 8, good. 9, and 10, hold here. Down, slow, good. Now you know what that feels like. With those exercises, you want to make sure that you're squeezing the glutes not only in towards each other, but up towards your face, yeah? Okay, one last exercise. We're gonna be doing clamshells. I'm just gonna send my friend a text real fast. All right, so now we're gonna be doing some clamshells. You're gonna be laying on your side. All right, now with the clamshells, you wanna make sure your knees are stacked, your ankles are stacked, your hips are stacked directly on each other, okay? I want you to place your thumb on the back of your glute here to make sure the hips don't open this way, yeah? The hand on the floor is going to create a little pillow to rest your head. All right. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to lift that knee as wide as you can. You're going to feel the glute med right here. Really flex to keep that leg up. Good. Now remember, don't let that hip open. So if you're coming up this way, that means the hip's opening. Push that hip forward. Squeeze the glute. We got a set of 10 right here. Remember, don't forget about that anterior tilt with the hip. So you're pointing that tailbone out. Yes. Abs are tight. Let's go for 10. Good. Four more. 4, 3. Good. 2, hold it. Last one, squeeze the glute, and done. Good. So if you're not feeling that, you could bring the legs in closer. Again, make sure that the hips are stacked. Everything is stacked. Squeeze that glute, squeeze, and down. And then also you can try bringing the knees further away from the chest and trying that way. This way will help me. It depends on the person and how their glutes engage. As long as you're making that muscle mind connection and you're feeling that glute med really, really contract, you're going to feel it. If you put your hand there, you're going to feel it really working. Okay, good. And you're doing a set of 10 of those. All right, now all we're going to do is we're going to switch sides, and you want to be side lying on the hips, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles are all stacked. So if I were to stick a pole into your top hip, it's going to go right out the other side, same area as the other hip on the floor. Okay, so you're going to get that hand on that hip, push forward, abs tight, open up, squeeze the glute, back down for 10, open, hold it, 9, good, hold, 8, good, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 4, hold, 3, really squeeze, 2, squeeze hard, hold, feel that glute, and down. Good. Now all you're going to do is flip it over and give me a quick child's pose to stretch out those glutes. And remember, you're going to do all of these exercises before we meet tomorrow. Remember, this is day 1 of 4. I will see you tomorrow at the same time, and we're going to continue for 4 days. All right, guys, until next time.